everyone, and welcome back to Art with Miss Choate. Today what we're going to be focusing on is different drawing techniques. So we're going to be focusing on our line quality, the direction we're going with our lines, and we're going to be using anything from pencil to color pencil, markers, pretty much anything you have around you. And we're going to be practicing, instead of just thinking about basic coloring in, I want you to elevate your drawings and your art. So we're going to go over some different techniques, and you can apply that to your other art. So let's go get started. So for our drawing techniques, you can just use pencil, pen, variety of pens, and I want you to try these things out in lots of different mediums. We can use marker, we can use colored pencils. So the first thing is hatching, and hatching is just lines going any one direction. So if we were to draw a circle, we would hatch, and that would be lines going straight down. The next technique is cross hatching, and if you can guess what that means, it means lines going in both directions. So if we were to color something in, the closer our lines are together, the darker it's going to look. The further apart, the lighter. Then we have stippling, which is dots, and we've talked about stippling before when we are talking about pointillism. So the closer together the dots, the darker it seems, the further apart, the lighter it seems. And then for pencil, we have shading, which is just blending from one to another, using that pencil pressure to change up to make it blend together. I do this a lot with crayon. You can make an area darker, and you're really playing with your pencil pressure here. You can do it with two different shades. We could blend two colors together. And then we have something called scubbling. A weird word, kind of like scribbling, and that's what it is. I'm going to go to a pen here, and we are doing circular motions, and this is how we would shade something in. Our lines go over each other. It almost just looks like scribbles, but if you did more in one area, that area is going to start to look darker. Do less in an area, that area looks lighter. Then we have gradation, which I love doing. I also think of it as value, light to dark. And that's basically when we have our grayscale and we go from 0 to 10, 10 being our darkest and 0 being our lightest, and we're getting there so gradually. And you can do this with color pencils, with crayons, with markers, and we gradually go darker. And then you can't forget about layering, and this can be layering to markers, to colored pencils, multiple colored pencils. And you can see I even can layer my own purple on top of each other, doing 2 layers of a purple to make it darker. We can play with what would happen if I put green on top, and you can see how that changes the color, the layering. And then while we're talking about lines, it's important to think about directional lines. So the way that the lines go, so if we're having arched lines and they're all coming together at a point, you can see it almost starts looking like a sphere, or I can start to see like a watermelon in it, or a beach ball. The way those lines are going make you feel a sense of direction. And those lines can go anywhere. And then lastly, wavy / pattern lines. It's doing the same thing as directional. It is bringing our eyes across the page, and it's almost creating an illusion across your art. Or we could have kind of cross-hatching mixed with a pattern, where you could go ahead and shade every other box in. And there we have some patterns as well. So I want you to take these drawing techniques and bring them into your own art. So don't just do normal, push yourself, maybe use directional lines or use wavy and patterns or layer your colors. I want to see how you can push your art. So I hope you had fun learning about the different types of mark making you can do for your art. And I'd love to see how you put these different qualities into your own drawings and paintings. So comment below if there was any of these that you didn't know and that you're really excited to use now in your own drawings. Remember, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and subscribe so you get notified every time I post a new video. Bye, friends!